Live from Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Chicago White Sox. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 could propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. And on the hill in this one, Jimmy Lambert.
Yeah, but last time out, got into the 4th inning. The key to his success today, he's got to throw first pitch strikes, get ahead in the count. I think that'll get him into position to qualify for a win.
Here on the south side, now here is Mookie Betts.
The left fielder, Mookie Betts.
And here it comes. That's off the mark, and we're underway here in Game 4.
First pitch, 7:05.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 99, Aaron
Judge, the next Cub to hit. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field. Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. Aaron Judge leads the yard. The Cubs strike first. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Base is empty, one away. Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 4, Nick Castellanos.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And a pitch. That one pushed foul.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
And a pitch.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
One, two now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Out number 2.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Two outs, base is empty. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Jose Ramirez. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing. And thunder in that bat. Has some trouble with it. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And Ramirez is set down. And that will end the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. Bottom of the first. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Matt Manning.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And the pitch. Tim Anderson takes the ball here as he stands in now. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Betts makes the grab. 1 away. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Leori Garcia up to the plate. And a foul ball. And he deals. Line drive. Nice grab.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
Luis Robert now. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one missed. A wind in the pitch.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
A wind to kick the pitch. Line drive, base hit.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel Go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Eloy Jimenez now. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And first offering is fouled off. Robert leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Oh, 0-2 now. And that's down and away.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Here's a 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The White Sox lead 1. They're down 1-0. New inning getting started, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
The pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Pete Alonso takes it deep. His second homer this series, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Seager stands in now.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. And the righty deals. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. And another ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
There's a swing and a drive. Stretches out and holds it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Gene Segura stands in now and lets that one go for a strike. And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 down.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Devers now. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Left-hand hitter waits. And that one is lifted in the air. Jimenez sizing this one up. He can't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Batting 9, the catcher, number 40.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Man at second. That one fouled off. And that's a base hit. Runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 so far. First offering misses the mark. Two on, 2 outs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Two-0. There's the strike. Righty delivers. Strike 2.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Here comes the pitch. Line drive, base hit. In comes the runner from third, and they lead by 3.
Back-to-back singles hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. pitch misses inside, and that's ball one.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
The 1-0. Bounce to third. Sneaks through, base hit. The throw in. He beats it, safe. And they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
At the plate, Nick Castellanos. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
On the ground to third. Glove side, but it gets through. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 5-0.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Jimmy Lambert is done, and as he heads off, he'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Tuki Toussaint gets handed the rock out of the pen, and we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big. So 2 down, stepping in the long ball threat, Jose Ramirez. Squirts away a little bit. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now. Wouldn't chase that time. Judge on third. Castellanos at second with 2 gone. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Jose Ramirez bops one out. And they add on. It's 8-0.
You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. The solo homer his first time.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Next offering is down low. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Seager takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Next pitch downstairs. Ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And a pitch. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Over near the wall. Moncada makes the catch, and that'll do it. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now an 8-0 game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jose Abreu up to hit.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some guys. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
The wind of the pitch. That's ripped. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
Yasmani Grandal takes a strike there as he stands at the plate now. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
The pitch. Got him looking. Now 1 away.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And at first, here is Yoan Moncada. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Kicks and deals. Foul ball. And a 1-1. That clips the corner.
20-12, 1-2 to count.
And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So They haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Andrew Vaughn now. First pitch just misses. At the belt and fires. There's the strike. Abreu off of first with 2 away. Fouled off left side. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Betts is on the move and makes the grab. And that is that. So a man left for the White Sox, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here at the ballpark, here's the second baseman, Gene Segura.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Gene Segura.
And the right-hander back to work. Ball one there. Next offering is in for a strike. And the right-hander deals in there. And so now 1-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Next one in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one gone. And here is Devers.
The designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Foul ball there. Righty to the plate. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next offering is downstairs. Kicks and fires. That one misses. And that's ball two. The pitch. Misses off the plate. And now 3-2. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a line drive into right field. And there's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. But safe at first, it's a fielder's choice.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the left fielder, Mookie Betts. First pitch, and he just misses. And here it comes. Just missed. And a pitch. And a foul ball left side. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Two now. That misses off the outside edge.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Next offering is fouled back.
See how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And he deals. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And he walked him.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Taps softly to the right side. On the run, sends it over to first. That ends the frame. Cubs strand a couple as it remains an 8-0 game. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, the batter now is Adam Engel.
Leading off for the White Sox, the right fielder, Adam Engel.
Man, back to work. And that's in for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
0-1 now. In the air, out towards right center. He's got it. One up, one down. Here on the south side, and so you spent a few years playing for the White Sox. What are those memories like?
Great city. Chicago is along the lines of New York. and Boston in terms of just the buzz of the city. For me, it being my first big league team and big league city, extremely special because along with, you know, cracking the lineup and playing, we had our first child and so many memories made here. So it always holds a special place in my heart.
On the ground, right side. It's in and out of his glove, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had
Now
there.
batting, second baseman, Leori Garcia.
2 outs, base is empty. Leori Garcia steps to the plate for the White Sox. What about some of your great teammates with the White Sox? One Hall of Famer in particular.
As a rookie, I was sandwiched between, you know, one future Hall of Famer and one potential Hall of Famer at the time. To my left was Maglio Ordonez, the great right fielder for the White Sox. Then to my right was Frank Thomas.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the Cubs 8 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back. On to the 4th. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
The right fielder, number 4, Nick Castellanos.
The right-hander back to work. 0-1. And the pitch. And there's a ball. The wind of the pitch. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Nick Castellanos goes deep, and they add to the lead. It's 9-0.
That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Here's Jose Ramirez, 1 for 2.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And that's in there for strike 1. Left-hand batter waits. Now 1-1. Here's a 1-1. And that one wrapped foul. The wind and the pitch. And fouled off. And a 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Next offering is down low. The pitch. Popped up. Anderson settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for the Cubs, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Kendall Graveman appears to be getting loose. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. And a pitch. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And that one fouled off. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Right-hander kick steals. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's 2 down. Now it's Corey Seager. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Next offering in the dirt. Going to count 1-2. The pitch.
No. Playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And that is that. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now 9-0. Back here on the south side. And stepping in is the speedy Luis Robert. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the first offering is not close. And the righty deals. And now 2-0.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Rolled over to third. Toss to Alonso, and they take care of Robert for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Eloy Jimenez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
So, Boog, if you had to take one for the team, where would you want to get hit?
Chris, I think I'd have to say upper hamstring. Jose Abreu steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First offering, and it just misses. Jimenez leads off first with 1 away. Next offering is in for a strike. And now 1-2.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
And there's a foul ball. Kicks and deals. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2 down. Rolled to short, could be 2. Boots it. There's 1. Over to first, safe.
Well, an aggressive slide right there at second base, but that's a legal slide. I like that because you're trying to do whatever you can to break up the double play, and it looked like it had an effect on that throw just a little bit. Couldn't get enough on it to get the second out at first for that double play. Nice job by the base runner.
And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. In there for strike 1. The pitch. And ball 1.
Playing 11, 1-1.
At the belt and fires.
No. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well struck right field. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. The White Sox lead 1. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. Welcome back. Gene Segura at the plate here.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Gene Segura.
The right-hander back to work. That's through there for a strike. And a pitch.
No, that's down.
Left field. Jimenez slides back, makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Raphael.
It is Rafael Devers in the box. And a foul ball. And Devers hits that one, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. So man aboard. Now the Cubs catcher, Wilson Contreras. This guy has turned into one of the best catchers in the game, but was originally signed by the Cubs as an infielder. In there, and it's 0-1. Runner at second here, one gone. Next one misses, and the count is 1-1. Runner leads away at second. Fouled off down the right side. Righty to the plate. And it's even up.
Playing 2-2.
Oh, that drilled him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Now batting, the left fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now. Ground ball could be two. Moncada tossed to second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cubs 9 and the White Sox nothing. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Here is Moncada.
Leading up for the White Sox, the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
The pitch. Just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
He swings and fouls one off. Gets under it and pops it up. Seager gets under it, makes the grab, one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
And now it's going to be Andrew Vaughn. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one. 0-1.
One strike.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And now the right fielder, Adam Engel. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Two outs. Good eye right there. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
This one in the air, center field. That takes care of Engel. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. And they're down 9-0. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Aaron Judge.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
And here it comes. There's a strike.
0-1.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Kendall Graveman up and loosening in the pen. The 0-1.
Ball.
And there's a curve through for a strike. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's the first out.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row, because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
And now, Nick Castellanos. First pitch just misses. And the right-hander deals. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The wide to kick the pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a pitch. That one misses. And the count's even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's down and in.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The pitch. Fouled off. He was late.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Right-handed reliever. And a foul ball. And the pitch. And that's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack his own either.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. First offering misses the mark. Left-hand batter waits. Rips that one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Pete.
Man at first. And next for the Cubs, Pete Alonso. First pitch, not close.
1 ball, no strike.
Castellanos, the runner at first with 2 gone. And it's 1-1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Kicks and fires. That one fouled off. Hard hit to third, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So now it's Corey Seager. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Castellanos on his way to the plate. Play it home, he's safe. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Kendall Graveman taking over on the mound. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Gene Segura, the next Cub to hit. check swing, but he went too far. Strike one. The pitch. They get the force out at third to end the inning. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Cubbies 10 and the White Sox nothing. Here on the south side, bottom of the sixth. Stepping in, Tim Anderson.
For the White Sox, the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
And he deals. Misses inside. 1-0. And a pitch. Foul ball there. Out towards right center field. Judge is there. And out number one on the grab.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every bat.
Leori Garcia.
And the batter now, Leori Garcia. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And the righty deals. Pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And another ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
In for a strike, now 3-1.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
And he couldn't come up with it.
Oh, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. And misses inside. The pitch. So now 1-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
In the air, left field. Betts drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. 2 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Now batting, the left fielder, Eloy Jimenez.
Eloy Jimenez steps to the plate for the White Sox. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yep, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
The 1-1. That one the other way. That's a hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And the batter now, Jose Abreu. First offering misses the mark. Garcia, the lead runner at second. Jimenez at first, 2 out of the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Here comes a pitch. Late with the swing there. At the belt and fires. Stays alive. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases though. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Right-hander kicks, deals, and fouled off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And it's fouled away. Comes the 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
First and second, 2 down. Yasmani Grandal up to hit.
Now batting, catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And puts the squeeze on that. And that's the inning. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. It's the Cubbies 10 and the White Sox 1. Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers.
And a pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. And a pitch. That one hammered left field, back there. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Wilson Contreras. First pitch, and he just misses. He was late there, strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Next pitch misses way outside.
2-1.
Runner leads away at second. And now it's even up.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Runner at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save.
Wow, these guys are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with a big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Here's Mookie Betts. And that's in there for strike 1. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
Righty delivers. Out front and foul to the left side.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hand, it's going to be very difficult for that hitter to get the barrel to it.
And 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Runner on at third, one gone. Slice to right. Engel makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Just ahead of the throw, he scores. It's 11-1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And there's a foul ball. Oh, and 2 as he waves it that way.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Next pitch in the dirt. Now 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Off the mark there. And the count is even, 2-2. Righty to the plate. Stays alive. Two now. Swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for the second time today. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cubs 11 and the White Sox 1. And welcome back. Bottom of the 7th, and now Yoan Moncada.
Leading up for the White Sox, the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
The wind of the pitch. And that's outside.
1 ball, no strike.
And the slider catches the zone.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Next pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Left-hand batter waits. That one missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
A wind in the pitch. Lined into left center, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So man aboard, and next to hit for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn.
The designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Next pitch inside, and the count is 2-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Alex Reyes up and throwing. (2-0), and that's outside.
3 balls, no strike.
And here it comes. There's a strike. And the pitch. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this
The
spot
right
or not.
fielder, number 15.
So digging in, Adam Engel.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Pickoff throw. Moncada back in on a dive. Moncada on second. Vaughn on at first with nobody out. Next offering in the dirt. And it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a base hit. Moncada around third. The tag, and he's safe.
Picks himself up at RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Tim Anderson. Good contact guy, good defender.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop, Tim Anderson.
And that one fouled off. Next offering misses. 1-1. The pitch. Popped up right side. That's a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded. Nobody out.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. Totally tied up with that inside pitch. Got to it late and deep in the zone, but he got the bat on plane enough to fight it off the other way.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Matt Manning won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now they turn to Alex Reyes, and he's got a nice lead to work with.
For the Cubs, number 29, Alex Reyes.
And now, Leori Garcia.
No.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
One ball. No strike.
Just missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Bases juiced, no outs. Next pitch is outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And now it's Luis Robert. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Bases juiced, no outs. The next offering misses. And now 2-0. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Good eye right there. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. And the right-hander deals. And it's filled up.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The punch out there. One away. Here's a big power threat. Eloy Jimenez.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Still only one out here in the inning. The next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And it is 2-1.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
And a pitch. That one not close. 3-1 now. Bases loaded. 1 away. Payoff pitch. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And he deals. Stays alive. And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his second strikeout. Jose Abreu steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Jose Abreu.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
And the 0-1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Next offering upstairs.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Kicks and fires. And down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cubs 11 and the White Sox 3. Back here on the south side. Now it's the right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
The right fielder, number 4, Nick Castellanos.
Here comes a pitch. Little chopper rolls foul. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And the righty deals. And now 2-2. The pitch. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. One gone here.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
The pitch. There's a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
At the belt and fires. Fought off foul. kicks and deals. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The pitch. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
These guys like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two now.
Ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Righty delivers. Got him. That's out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
2 outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso, the next Cub to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two outs. Good eye right there.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Two down, nobody on. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And here it comes. Right through there for a strike. And now it's filled up. Righty to the plate. Right through there. Got him. That's out number 3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. But still in command. It's 11-3. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
For the White Sox, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Reyes back to work. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. Pulls that one foul. Right-hander kicks, deals the other way, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yoan.
Now here is Yoan Moncada. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And that's downstairs and outside.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a 2-1 on the way. And a swing and a miss. And a pitch. Down and in, moved his feet. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's
Now
still in the strike zone,
the
can be
designated
tough
hitter,
for hitters to get on top of.
And next is the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. Check swing, went around. And the count is 0-2. The pitch. Stays alive. Right-handed reliever. Going to count 1 and 2.
Swing 12, 1-2.
And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him looking. Down on strikes. And he knew it. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still 11-3. New pitcher for the White Sox, Aaron Bummer. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so he'll try to keep it where it is.
Bummer.
Here on the south side, we go to the ninth, and here's Corey Seager to hit.
The shortstop.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Bummer deals. There's a strike. Smash to the left side. Moncada tossed to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
The batter, the second baseman, Gene Segura.
Gene Segura, the next Cub to hit. in there for strike one. Movement in the bullpen. Kyle Crick preparing to come on if needed. Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Oh, 0-2 now. Slow roller to first and foul ball. The pitch stays alive. And a pitch. Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, he went after him right there with one of his best pitches. I'm really surprised that one got away from him.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Over to Abreu. They get him, but it was pretty close.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Contreras, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. To the right side, Garcia handles, tosses to first, and Contreras is retired. Third out, and that ends the frame. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cubs 11 and the White Sox 3. Last chance for the home team. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Adam Engel.
The White Sox, the right fielder, Adam Engel.
The right-hander back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And the righty deals. Foul ball. The 0-2. And that just misses.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Here's a 1-2. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. And the 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch misses inside, and the count's full. Righty delivers. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Tim Anderson.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
First offering misses the mark.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Engel aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch off the plate, and that's ball 2. At the belt and fires. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Leori Garcia steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1.
Playing 11.
Strike 2. The pitch. And down on strikes he goes, and 1 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Center fielder, Luis Robert.
Luis Robert will hit next. Next offering is down low, and that's ball 1. Here comes a pitch. So 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. Better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better look out in the stands.
2-0. Swing and a ball popped up, and the infield fly is called.
Up next for Chicago, the left fielder, Eloy.
Now the left fielder, Eloy Jimenez. in there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
First and second, 2 down. Next pitch inside, and 1-1. Way inside, gets out of the way.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one.
Well, he's clearly looking pretty shaky out there right now. I think fatigue's starting to be a
The
factor.
first baseman.
Jose Abreu digs in now.
Abreu.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Ball comes in, runner stops at third, bases still loaded with 2 out. That ball was absolutely ripped, 111 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog, and these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Grandal.
Now it's going to be Yasmani Grandal. And that's in there for strike 1. All loaded up here in the last half of inning number 9. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
0-2 now. In the air on the infield. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout.
Well, you can tell these guys feel great and also relieved to even up this series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Final score in this one, 11-4. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.